Okay, how you doing? Let's talk about an important strategy for comedy writers in general, and for sitcom writers, absolutely important strategy. It's called fish out of water, F.O.W. Comes up in Modern Family a lot, comes up in Frasier, comes up in The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, comes up in 30 Rock, comes up in The Office, comes up in All in the Family, came up in The Gold, but it can come up in any sitcom, okay? It also comes up a lot in movies. What's fish out of water? You probably have a sense of it already. It's when your lead character or one of your characters is in an environment that is totally strange to them. And here's the important part. They continue to act the way they normally act. In other words, there's a conflict between their character and the way they act as their character and their environment and what might be expected of them in that environment. And here, you get rewarded for writing curmudgeonly characters all the time. They've had episodes, I think one of them we've read, where Jay goes to a party and it's all, Gloria's Colombian relatives and friends, and they're all speaking Spanish and doing things that he's unfamiliar with, and he makes a fool of himself by misunderstanding something. It can be an innocent misunderstanding. That's fine. But it's generally based upon him acting like Jay in a situation that is very un-Jay. You can think of a million movies, I'm sure, whether it's Beverly Hills Cop, and we're going back in time, to plenty of other movies in which a character who's from one environment gets stuck in another. He's a fish, he's out of water, right? She's a fish, she's out of water. And the funny reactions and the funny things that they do in the new environment where they are true to their old character. Their character doesn't change. Their character is true to their character, the norms of their character, but they're in this other environment and the clash is funny. Also, it might raise eyebrows and cause trouble and cause set pieces to burst in flames as they, make a mockery of wherever they are, or they embarrass themselves, or they embarrass other people, or they cause misunderstandings. You get the idea. It's about someone acting appropriately to their character when it's inappropriate to the environment that they're in. It is the most important comedy rule that I could teach you. You may have already heard it, but I just want to hit it over and over and over again. It comes up so often in sitcom, okay, where Claire is in an environment she's not ready for, or Mitch and Cam go to an environment where they're expected to be more traditional male and female parents, and so they act, maybe they try to pretend that they're not who they are for a while, but then it doesn't work, and then they go back to being who they are, and that embarrasses people or angers people, whatever the situation might be. It's about them being fish out of water, okay? So I've probably said fish out of water 20 times in the last 5 minutes. So I want you to write a fish out of water scene, okay? And this scene is going to have some changes from the previous scene. So this is the third scene you're going to write. It's going to be 2 pages long, just like the other scenes. Not 2.5, not 1.5, but exactly get to the bottom of the second page, 2 pages long. One of the characters will be a fish out of water in some way that will be obvious to us. That's for you to decide. You can use any Modern Family character, any of the major characters, okay? Anybody in those families, okay? This scene will have 3 characters total. So by example, you could have Jay be the fish out of water. Gloria could be in the situation too. And there's a third character who's going to come in. There's going to be an entrance, which will allow you to write 1 new action line. No new slug lines, the same scene. Example, it could be interior Buddhist temple. Jay is there with Gloria because they're at somebody's ceremony. And he's the fish out of water in that scene. He's saying and doing things that are inappropriate to a Buddhist temple or to what's expected at that situation. And but they're appropriate to Jay, and that leads to a funny situation that we laugh at. Okay, but in this scene, somewhere, let's say Manny is going to walk in. He's character number 3. Maybe he comes in. It's best to have it be right around the middle, but it can be anywhere. And then when Manny comes in, you're going to write, Manny walks in holding a funny nose and glasses. Whatever he's doing, just keep your action line to no more than 2 lines. Total of 4 action lines on this whole scene. 1 slug line. Don't switch settings. Don't take me to another place. Just let a third character walk into the scene or come into the scene somehow and raise the stakes. When Manny comes, he's got to raise the stakes. He's got to escalate things. Okay? Some tricks that you're going to want to use. Give people secrets. Manny could walk in with a secret. Glory could have a secret. Secrets always help. Remember what happens next. At the end of the scene, it doesn't have to be resolved. They don't all have to shake hands or get married or agree to be friends. You can raise, in fact, it is best to raise a question at the end of the scene. Oh my gosh, what's going to happen next? That's the way I should feel when I get to the end of your scene. 3 characters. The third character is going to walk in and do something that changes the situation, raises the stakes, or escalates the scene in some way. They're going to do that with dialogue, okay? Because I don't want more action lines. I don't want more any parentheticals whatsoever, okay? So 2 pages total, okay? Fish out of water is the basis for this scene. So it could be in a Chuck E. Cheese's. It could be at the Dunphy house. It could be at an elementary school. It could be wherever you want to put it that you think that one character is going to be a fish out of water. Actually, they could all be fish out of water if you want to make them. But at least one character must be a fish out of water, okay? And try to get jokes out of that. Try to make us laugh with the silly things that they say or do that are reasonable or normal for that fish out of water, but they're not normal for the environment that they're in. Does that make sense? If you have questions, email me at depaulg@newschool.edu. I'm trying to keep this assignment simple just by adding a third character and just focusing on fish out of water. This is such an important strategy for writers. You're going to take it with you for any comedy writing you're going to do. Okay? I could think of a million examples of it in Modern Family and in plenty of other TV shows. Okay? If you really need more examples, email me and I'll send you some. I'll dream up some, but they're pretty clear. It's a comedy staple. You need to know how to do it, and it's absolutely crucial for sitcom that you do it. Okay? So I will put the due date for this in the assignment that I'm going to post. Okay? Any questions? Email me. Happy writing, and remember, don't alter the format. Please look at the example formats that I've put in files, replicate them. No deviations. Stick with the format. That includes this. That includes the font, the spacing, the alignment on the page, whether something's centered or whatever it is. If you're unsure, you're probably not using the right format. Okay? If you want to buy or rent Final Draft, that'll do it for you. If you don't, then you got to do it yourself. I'm not going to make you buy an expensive software program. Okay? Okay, but get the format right. I do downgrade, as you've already seen, for bad formatting. I also downgrade for spelling mistakes and errors. If you can't spell check your work, then you must not have spent more than 20 minutes or an hour doing it. And that's not long enough to do good work. You've got to write and then put it aside and then reread and edit and write and edit and write and edit. Did I mention writing and editing? You do more and more and more. You copy edit your work as much as you can, so that when I or somebody else in the entertainment industry reads it, we don't start off angry because you misspelled a character's name. At least 3 people did that last assignment, misspelled a major character's name. You want to show that you've researched these characters, and you won't do that. Okay. I'm very excited for these scenes, and talk to you soon.